Hello everybody, welcome back. Richie here again for another video. In this video we're going to talk about glues. Okay, so here on the giant desk I have in front of me, I have the glues lined out into super glue, white glue, and plastic weld-action glue. 3 categories. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, my desk is kind of a mess right now, middle of building stuff, so I thought, hey, I'll just use my daughter's room. So if you're wondering why I got LOL Surprise and pink behind me and a tiny little desk, it actually works perfect for filming. Nice desk, other than the crayons and stuff on here. Anyway, so back to this. So 3 types of glue. First type let's talk about is weld-action. So 99% of stuff you build plastic-wise should be using these kind of glues. My preferred choice is Tamiya Extra Thin. Works great. Glue stuff together really well. It's a weld-action glue, so it glues stuff together really well. No mess. What I do, I picked this up from Paul Bretland over on ISM. I do actually mix 50-50 this concoction with EMA Models Pies Plastic Weld. 50-50. These two together actually create a really nice bind, and it creates a nice glue. So I've used that for the last few months, and this lasts a really long time. It does evaporate, so just be careful. If you leave the top off, it will disappear in a matter of minutes. So that's that type, which I use. We also have the quick setting cement. I use it occasionally now and again, but generally with this mixed with this, it kind of creates this anyway. So I prefer this concoction. So there's that guy, and then this is the same product, just in 2 different bottles. This is cement, so I think in Europe and Asia maybe it comes in the white top, and in America, North America, it comes in the hexagonal with the orange top. Same product, it's a thicker glue. Now, I never really kind of used this much, to be honest with you, in the past. I always used weld-action glue, but the problem with this is it dries pretty quick. So if you're putting together like a fuselage or a wing, a big area, by the time you put that brush around all the way around it, I'm sure you guys know, the glue's dried, so it's useless. This stays wet for a lot longer. It has a really nice bond as well. It's really strong. I really like this. So anything bigger than maybe like that much, I always go with this guy. Again, it's pretty good, not really messy, and it has a nice little brush with it, and it works really good. So any kind of fuselage, tank holes, turrets, even gluing like fuel tanks together, that kind of thing, I use a thicker white glue. Gives you more time to work with, and it has a nice strong bite. So I kind of lay out the front here, my kind of preferred choice, and back here the other ones. Here's another weld-action glue, Plastic Magic. This glue is actually really nice. I have a mixed results though. It kind of works some plastic and maybe not so good with other plastic. I don't think it works so good with Tamiya plastic. It works better with like trumpeter and other kits. But the nice one about this is it has no fumes, no odor. Whereas these guys have a little bit of a stink to them. You get used to it, like get nose blind and stuff. But if you live in a house with kids or people with sensitive smells and that kind of stuff, this is a nice product. Has no real odor. So if what I do is when I work with kids and get the kids in and bust out a model or something, I always pull out the plastic magic. It's just a little bit safer for them to use. Tamiya do a product as well. I think it's like a citronelle or citronet, something like citron something or other. It's basically weld-action glue for schools in Japan, but it has no odor. So I'm sure you can buy it on eBay and get it shipped across. But like I say, Plastic Magic. If you have a problem with scents, smells, and stuff, this might be a good option for you. Finally, in this category, the good old-fashioned Rebel contactor with the needle applicator. This is a thicker glue as well. It comes in the same kind of genre as a white top, but to be honest with you, I don't really use this very much. I just prefer this as a brush. So yeah, this is another product. Okay, moving on to white glues. So what's been the fashion recently, which I've kind of jumped on the bandwagon and been using, is micro crystal clear. It dries clear, as the name suggests, but I'm finding the last couple of bottles I had, they're really thick and kind of going off, rubbery and gloopy, and they're not that strong in terms of bite. So I've had these forever, the Gator glue, and I've just gone back to using these guys. I think these are far superior to crystal clear, to be honest with you. So that one goes to the back of the table. 2 types. You got the regular blend, and you have a thinner blend for photo etch. Now, what I use these for are pretty much clear parts. So you do have a problem with clear parts, but these can fog clear parts, like fog canopies and stuff. Well, these are totally safe. Also, they're removable because they're like rubber based. So any canopies, I use the Gator glue. Clear parts like lights, windows, that kind of stuff, use this clear glue. It just works really good. Yeah, a really strong bite to it. I really like it. And also it's good for temporary stuff too. So if you say you're painting an aircraft and you want to just put the canopy down just where you paint it, instead of using blue tack or white tack, I just put a couple of little drops of this stuff underneath it to hold it in. And then once you're done, you can literally just pull it off and then pull the rubber away, the dry glue, which turns to rubber, and you're good to go. So that's the normal variety. And the photo etch one is really nice too. It gives you plenty of time to work with it. It's kind of very thin. Literally it's just this which has been watered down. So you could probably just buy this, to be honest with you, and just water it down a little bit in a jar and you get this photo etch blend. This is good for everything, but anything with curves, you have to bend it around stuff. You need a quick kind of fix to get the photo etch in. It's because it takes a few minutes or maybe half an hour or so to go off. I go with super glue. So, but anything else, just regular like panel, like grills, grates, that kind of stuff, I go with the white glue. Okay, finally, super glue, or CA glue, same thing. Comes in many different flavors. This is one product where you can probably just go to the hardware store, and the Loctite stuff you find in Walmart or Target or Home Depot or wherever you shop is probably just gonna be just as good as this. Especially the gel ones are really good. They come in different flavors, like I said. This Zap-A-Gap. This one is thin. This is medium. I'm not a big fan of thin blend. It's like water. Comes out really fast. Sprays everywhere. It does bite instantly though. It does have its uses. As soon as you touch anything, you stick to it. Now, that means also if you get a little drop on the table and you accidentally put your hand down, your hand's stuck to it. So just be careful. Medium's more gloopy, has a little bit more work time with it. I do like the medium better. That's my preferred choice, the medium velocity. Now, talking about bottle sizes, I would say always get the smallest bottle you can. These are 1/4 ounce or 7 grams. Because CA glue goes off. It goes off. You can put it in the freezer or the fridge, I think some people have said, but it does go off, after opening it, it does lose its kind of bite, and it does go off, like I said. So don't get giant bottles, even though they work out like a cheaper per ounce or whatever. Just get these smaller ones and just a couple of bucks and just throw them away every few weeks or so once they go off. Now, CA glue does fog clear parts. So if you're trying to glue canopies down, that kind of stuff, they will fog the glass. So Bob Smith Industries do some really nice super glue, and in particular the Super Gold. This one right here. Super Gold does not fog clear parts, and I've tried it many times, and it does actually, as the label says, it does not fog clear parts. You're good to go, you're safe. So it's always handy to have this Bob Smith Industries Super Gold. They do normal types of glue too, but if it, like I say, Super Gold means does not fog clear parts, and it has a really good bite to it, and it's typical super glue. Two other things you need for super glue, pretty much given. The kicker. So kicker is basically reacts with the super glue, and it creates an instant bond. So if you need to basically weld something together or tack something immediately so it doesn't kind of come apart, one side you do with the super glue and the other side with kicker. Now, don't use the spray. It comes in a spray. If you spray it, it goes everywhere. It ruins paintwork. It's messy. What I do is I just take the top off, and using the plastic kind of straw thing inside it, I just literally just dab it like a drop where I need it to stick, and it does it, bites it instantly. You see it's kind of melted a little bit at the end, but kicker's really good. If you have those kind of gnarly kits which are kind of hard to get together, you need to kind of bend and warp fuselages and stuff, you need to get them stuck together and bent, just tap with super glue and kicker and instantly stuck. Next one, health and safety wise, Debanda. Now this Zap-A-Gap one's like an orange color, so I wouldn't use it kind of removing glue and paint work and stuff. I think you can get a clear one from different brands, but this is handy to keep close by if you do get yourself stuck to the bench. Now, we've all done it. We've got our arms stuck, some people got their forehead stuck, some people got other parts of the body stuck, and then rather than calling for an ambulance or calling for your partner, if you have this close by within arm's reach, you can just grab this, put some on, and then release whatever you stuck. So Debanda is nice to have, a nice little health and safety piece. Finally, let's talk about the glue looper. I've just bought this. I've used it a few times. Traditionally with glue, I just put them down and then I use like a toothpick or a cocktail stick and just dab it and apply it. This basically is a bit of photo etch in the X-Acto knife blade. Now you're not probably going to see this, but I got a pack that comes with different sizes, small, medium, and large. You're not going to see it, but it's tiny. But basically, this goes in the X-Acto blade handle, and the point is you just dab it in your glue, and then when you dab it on your model wherever you need to glue, you get tiny little drops, you get no mess, which actually works really good. What you do is, after you've used it, when the glue's dried, you get a cigarette lighter, and you put it underneath it, and it burns all the CA glue away, so it's clean for next use. So I've recently got this one, still kind of trying it out, but yeah, so far so good. So that's kind of it. There's tons of different products, tons of different glue, but to kind of summarize again, my go-to is, as always, extra thin Tamiya for gluing plastic together, mixed with a little bit of EMA or Model Supplies plastic weld, although this isn't really necessary. It's nice, but this just on its own, for 99% of people, does a great job. White glue, I'd say I'm using it more and more often. Anything kind of larger parts or anything, or fuel tanks, fuselages, that kind of stuff. This is my go-to. Again, white is exactly the same as a hexagonal shaped bottle. Orange, just different countries, different products. White glue, I really like the Gator glue. And super glue, anything really does it. I don't like thin, I like medium, or like kind of medium kind of viscosity kind of glue. And that pretty much summarizes it. So any questions also, as always, just put them in the comments below. Happy to help, and I hope you found this video useful. So until next time, have a good one, stay safe, see you later, bye-bye.